What's going on, everybody? Tim Eister here, and it is a massive blizzard here in Bixton today. It's a brisk minus 10 degrees Celsius in the dead of winter. You can see here it's snowing all over the place. It's looking a heck of a lot like Canada here today. But that's okay, because very shortly we're going to roll into February, and at that point spring is going to be right around the corner, which I'm super excited about because I'm a little tired of the snow at this point. I mean, it looks cool, but I'm ready for some green at this point. So right now, guys, as you can see, I'm just on the cusp of getting to the level 7 milestone. So I've held off everything that I was doing off camera. As you can see here, I've laid down a few streets just on the other side of downtown, and I was in the process of moving some power infrastructure when I noticed my XP. You can see like this. The circle is like completely filled in here. I literally only need like 75 XP to level up. So I've ceased everything. Oh, okay. Well, it looks like I didn't have to do anything. But yeah, okay, so here we are. Milestone number 7, which grants us 1.6 million in the bank. We get 7 progression points and 9 more tiles available for purchase. So what do we get? We can get a loan, ore mining, and gated communities. And I'm not even sure what these do. What do these do? Only people living or working within the district are allowed in. Oh, wow. I probably won't use this ever, but we got it. All right, so I got 7 points now. What am I going to spend these points on? Let's go through this real quick. So I think I'm okay for road infrastructure for the time being. There's nothing I really want to get my hands on just yet. In terms of power, gas power plant, could that be? Because we are kind of in a gas or a power shortage right now. We're not producing enough power. I'm having to import some. Well, actually not anymore because I placed down these windmills. But actually somebody commented on my last video saying I should go with the geothermal power plant. Maybe I'll do that. So do we want to go renewables or do we want to go classic? I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to go with renewable. Let's get an emergency battery station. And I'll go for the geothermal. I'm hoping this isn't going to be too expensive, though. It's probably going to be expensive. Oh, and is it ever? Okay, so 750,000 initial cost and then 300,000 a month in upkeep, but it produces up to 150 megawatts, whereas the small coal power plant that we have only produces 20. And it's still 70,000 a month to upkeep. Yeah, okay. So I may want to eventually place this. Not yet. I don't think the town really needs it. But I want to get into that eventually. What else do we got here? In terms of water, I think I'm okay. What? Oh, okay. Wow, that's really expensive. I can't afford that. Healthcare, I think I'm okay. Hospital's only 2 points. Maybe I can take advantage of a hospital instead of having a bunch of little clinics everywhere. So I'm gonna do that. Recycling center, incineration plant. I'm not going to worry about that just yet because I don't even have a landfill, nor do I really need one. A college. Okay. I could get a fire station, but I think I'm okay for fire at the moment. What does City Hall give us anyway? City Hall is a center for different branches of local government. A more efficient bureaucracy lowers loan interest rates as well as the price of imported goods. Oh, okay. Public transportation. I'm pretty well set up for the next little bit. Parks as well. I think I'm okay. Communication. I think I'm okay there too. So at this point, it comes down to the university, or what was the other option that I was considering purchasing? I forget. So I think I'm just going to purchase a university. Or should I save my points? Because maybe whatever I want to buy next is going to be more expensive. Ah, screw it. I'm going to buy a university. All right. So let's jump into the game. So I was in the process of moving this transformer station because it was in the way of me laying down my street, and I think I'm gonna go ahead and place it. Honestly, I think I'm just temporarily gonna lay it over here and connect my power lines up to it, just like this. Not in a very realistic fashion, but that's okay. As the city expands, then they will move again. And I will get rid of... Oops, that is not what I wanted to do, but that's okay. I will replace these power lines, but underground. And they will make their way over to the main line here, which goes to the outskirts of the map. So then it enables me to export electricity. So I think it should be working now. I'm barely exporting any, but it still counts. All right. So actually, you know what? I want to place some of the buildings that I just unlocked. Let's check out the hospital. How much is this? Oh my god. Wow, this building is not cheap. 1.88 million. And then 775 a month in upkeep. Okay, well, I'm certainly not going to be able to afford this. What else did I have here? What about a college? 750,000, then 150 upkeep. Not bad. You know, I have 6.5 million in the bank. So I'm going to take this as an investment. I'm going to invest in my people. I'm going to place a college. But now the question becomes, where do I place this building? Because it looks very, very historic, very cool. So I want it to be quite central, you know, with all the rest of the historical buildings. Should I place it anywhere near downtown? I don't know. I'm going to have to do quite a bit of rejigging my street layout if I choose to put this over here, or I can just put it over here where there's no development. Honestly, I think right here is probably a good option. Right in the middle of this street, that'd probably look pretty cool, and I think this is pretty flat. It's on a little bit of a hill, but should be fine. Yeah. That actually looks really nice. Sweet. And I think there's upgrades for this building. Yeah, we can place a college library over here. And I can put extension wings, so awesome. So let's get our citizens educated. Get them better jobs. And just we'll improve the overall living situation in the city. Okay, so with that being plopped down, I'm probably gonna start... Yeah, I'm losing quite a bit of money. So I want to get some more people moved in. So I'm gonna start to expand over here in this part of town, which still has no name. But this was the little touristy section that I was talking about last episode. And for this little town, I wanted to have a sort of historic and touristy main street. So I'm gonna line it with a bunch of commercial shops. Lots of challenging terrain in this game, I find. Like, the terrain is a bit tougher to tame than in City Skylines 1. Yeah, I'm not gonna zone over here too much because I think I might actually have some little windy roads going up into the mountains in some areas. That would be pretty cool. But at least we got a good amount of zoning coming in here. This is probably gonna fit a few thousand people. Took care of some of the residential demand, which is quickly climbing again. I suppose maybe I can just hop on over here and start laying down some residential zone over here too. Now, it's not going to be the most suitable location for residential just because this is part of downtown, and as you can see, it's just not ideal. But I'm going to... what should I build here? I don't know. I'm just going to keep zoning for now. So it appears that in the latest patch, as you can see here, we no longer have a plague of not enough customers. So that's a welcome sight. So I don't really have to be afraid of placing too much commercial, I don't think, anymore. There, I'll start off with that. That's gonna kill most of our demand. Industrial demand is still pretty high, but it's not maxed. So I'll just ignore that for now. And I'm really excited to start to get some medium density and high density in here. You know, I want to get a nice downtown going. Start investing in some new infrastructure. How is traffic doing? You know what? I checked all of my city services in the last episode, but I never checked traffic. So overall, it's not terrible. Traffic flow is at 80%, but then if I switch to traffic volume, you know, traffic flow is, it's not awful, you know. There's a few little red spots, especially over here. I'm probably gonna have to like make a bridge here so the rail line goes over the road or something. This is gonna become a huge bottleneck. Yeah, overall, the traffic situation is looking okay. Roads, road maintenance looks okay. Parking lot availability. Okay, so we're pretty much at the limit here. I'm probably gonna want to add some more parking lots. I like small parking lots. I feel like the medium and large parking lots are just like way too big. Even like the overground parking, like this is massive. It's like a whole city block. But the small parking lots I feel like are an appropriate size for downtown. But where do I place this? I'm gonna have to destroy some part of downtown to get this to fit. Oh yeah, this is low density right here, yeah. I don't really care about that too much, so I will place a parking lot, bloop, right here. And maybe I'll preemptively place one over in this part of downtown. So let's check here. Parking fee. Yeah, $10 is fine. I'm quite alright with that. Oh, look, guys, we finally have some sun. Not a cloud in the sky anymore. Beautiful day. Still kind of chilly, -9. But spring is just around the corner. Oh, and look at that. We finally have some high-density residential demand. But I don't think I have any high-density zoning, do I? I don't. Okay, but that's okay because once we reach level 8, then I can start to get into some high density. Otherwise, that's all I got. Oh yeah, that's right. I got ore mining now. Yeah, and I got a ton of land that I can purchase. Maybe I can make a little exclave over here. Because I should get into some more specialized industry, you know? Take advantage of that. Look at all the fertile lands we have here. Yeah. Should get into that. Maybe next episode. But for now, I'm going to keep expanding. Let's get some low rent housing in here. But where? Because of course, you know, the college people are going to want to take advantage of the cheap housing that's in the area. So I think I'll zone some over here and some here. These are almost like college dorms. And how is our college doing? We got 34 students. Wow. But the year has just started. We're still 11 months till graduation. We have 1% dropout rate. Not enough employees. Okay. So it's just a matter of time before this college really gets ramped up. Okay, and while everything is building here, you know what? I'm going to detail this campus a bit. And by detailing, I'm just going to add some trees. I may as well add some trees to this whole area. Because I will eventually want this area to grow into like a beautiful forested place. There, so we'll add some pine. Let's add some hickory in there. Get some nice dense forest going. I don't know if this game has a tree limit, but hopefully it's higher than City Skylines 1. Not that City Skylines 1's tree limit was low, but I've hit the limit a bunch of times, so I guess it is kind of low. There. I think that's okay. Get a nice variety of trees in here. Perfect. So give it another couple of episodes, and this area will have some nice mature trees everywhere. Oh, look at this. We finally got some high density residential in here. Oh, let's start to expand here with some medium density residential. Let's get some row houses. Or, nah, this is really, it's not really the best place for row houses. I think maybe more over here would be appropriate. Just because these blocks, oops, that is not what I wanted to do. These blocks are pretty small. I think they would fit, not row houses better. Yeah, like this lot here would be perfect. Oh, shoot. There. Oh, no, that's... What the heck is going on here? Oops, I forgot to zone that. Okay. Oh my god, I'm just having a hard time over here, guys. And nothing built in the middle here, huh? Alright, so let's zone all of this commercial. And then I'll temporarily set up some low density residential all along here, just to get our demand down. And potentially raise demand in some more higher density stuff. Oh wow, okay, so we're already getting some more students in here. You know, I want to place the college library. Okay, I'm still turning a profit. I'm gonna go ahead and place a college library. It just looks so cool. And it's gonna set me up to properly detail this lot. So I'm gonna place it right here, like so. And let's run some paths through here. Oh, I know what I'll do here. I'll provide a little access road that goes through the back of the university. College, sorry. And just like this. There, I was kind of worried with this lot being such a weird shape. I was kind of worried about what it was going to look like, but honestly, now that everything's in place, it looks pretty cool as is. There, all right, so I'm gonna continue expanding here. Looks like I went a little overkill again with the medium density. And our low density demand is ever high, so oh my god, guys, I'm running out of room here. I'm gonna have to start expanding over here. Let's see. What do I do? I think the easiest thing for me to do at this point would be to buy a bunch of tiles. I think if I buy maybe like these tiles for now, that would probably do. I'm gonna buy this tile, this one, these two, just to make sure that I include all the little tiny chunks of land. So I'm gonna purchase this, and that leaves me with 3 tiles, which I'm going to keep because I like the shape of the map right now. All right, guys, well, I've done a little bit of minor changes off camera. I'm sorry, I know you guys don't like when I do that, but anyways, it had to be done. So the rail line, as you may have noticed, used to go like a 90 degrees here and then go off to this way. What I've done is I wanted this rail line to follow this grid pattern, so I pretty much just like I destroyed this segment of line and made it diagonal, and then I kind of made it to match the direction of this grid, because this grid is what the city is going to follow pretty much the whole way up in this direction. And yeah, I'm really liking the grid pattern of this city, by the way. It's a little more interesting than just a uniform grid pattern throughout the whole city. I like how there's just different little sections here. So I was just trying to be a little different in this series and make something unique. But before I forget, I have to connect this rail line up. And I'm simply going to join it to the other line that's over here. So I'm going to curve it this direction, maybe raise it up to like 5 meters in order to build a bridge, and then back down to 0. There, I'll connect it up like that. And then connect it up like this. And there we have it. We have nice rail interchange. It's not in the way of anything. Perfect. There. So another reason why I wanted to set up my rail lines sooner rather than later is because I want to start building rail infrastructure. So let's get right into it. The first thing I'm going to need is a rail yard. And this is a pretty massive structure, as you guys may have seen before. But I have tons of room over here near the farming area, nice and flat. So I think this is where I'm going to place this building. Right over here. So this is probably going to become a very industrious spot eventually. So let me try to fit this building right about here. How much was that anyway? 150,000, 30,000 a month in upkeep. Not great, not terrible. There, so I'll connect that up just like so. And then let's connect up all of these bits of rail. I love this building, by the way. Like, just the realism. It looks amazing. There, just like that. And then I'll have some one-laners. Connect up just like this. And oh, I may have not thought my things through here. I got this little creek in the way, but I don't know how I'm gonna make this fit. I think I'm gonna have to purchase a couple more tiles, or maybe just one tile. And I'm gonna try to squeeze this all in without destroying this little creek. Well, I suppose it doesn't really go anywhere, so it's not the end of the world. There, how's about that, guys? That looks pretty cool. Wow, that's wild. All right. Okay, well, we got that down. Now, I want to look at placing a train station, but I don't know how this is going to go because I want my main train station to be over here. But as you can see, I don't necessarily have enough room. So I'm going to have to make a bit of a mess over here. But that's fine. I kind of went into this with this idea. So I think, yeah, in this main road here, it's kind of gonna be a problem. Okay, I need to think this through for a minute. All right, guys, here we go in this time lapse of the train station project. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to destroy an entire neighborhood to get this to fit, but you know, that's just the reality here. The downtown peninsula is already pretty much full, right? I can't build outwards anymore. I can pretty much just build up. So when I do have to plop a new big building, such as a train station, I have no choice but to raise an entire neighborhood. And I'm sure I'm going to face more scenarios of this in the future because off camera, I was exploring some of the buildings that I've unlocked, some of the landmarks and stuff that I have access to. And some of those buildings are massive. They just have such huge footprints. So eventually, when I'm going to place those in downtown, I'm probably going to have to destroy some neighborhoods. And it got me thinking, I may have made my grid pattern a little small, just because some of these special buildings and landmarks are just massive. and they have such a huge like ground footprint, right? So I'm like, oh my god, I have no idea how I'm gonna get this to fit in the city, but I'm gonna figure it out. And honestly, I love the challenge. I love not having unlimited space, and you really have to be frugal as far as space goes. So I'm kind of excited to get into those kind of projects. Road infrastructure as well is going to be a problem here in downtown. So the highway going through downtown, most of it is underground, so that's not going to be a big problem. But right now the issue is there's only one entrance on either end of the town. That's not going to cut it eventually, and I'm going to have to start building exits and on-ramps within the downtown core. So there's probably going to be a maze of exits and spaghetti underground near downtown. But that is to come in a little while. But it's going to be super fun because, like I said, I just love these kind of builds where they're super compact and I have to figure out how to smush everything together. For me, it's fun not having unlimited space. But you know what? With all the construction, all the demolition, whatever went into building this train station here, I think I fared pretty well. I really like the look of it. I like the location. I think it's going to function quite well. You know, it's right smack dab in the middle of the city. So as the city expands and road infrastructure becomes not the main focal point of the city, then I think the train station will do quite well. Now, if I ever have to expand it, I have no idea how I'm going to do that, because there's a possibility of adding multiple platforms, but oof, I have no idea how I would even do that, because I have like no space left. But whatever, I'll figure it out. Well guys, would you look at that? Spring has sprung in Bixton. There's just a little bit of snow left and it's slowly melting. Temperatures rising, the sun's out, things are going great in Bixton. The only thing though is I've allowed my demand for pretty much everything to just go sky high, so it's causing some rent price increases and things like that. So I'm gonna have to address that in the next episode. We're finally gonna start expanding. Probably some large-scale expansion projects are going to start happening here pretty soon. But that will be for another episode. Also, I'm going to make my train infrastructure functional. Right now, I don't have any train lines or anything running through it. I just place down the infrastructure, so don't be too worried about that. But anyways, that will be it for this episode, guys. I really appreciate you guys watching. If you enjoyed this episode, feel free to give a thumbs up. Be sure to drop a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And until the next episode, everyone, take care.